Lootbound still had me begging for more after 7.5 hours and countless defeats. The store page calls the difficulty fair, and after what it's done to me, I strongly disagree. It's already sitting on a very positive score with hundreds of reviews, and I can see why the second you look at it. Everything's hand drawn and beautifully animated. It's always clear what's going on, and the tiny details pull you in. When you roll a dice, it comes through the screen like it's your own hand doing the rolling. In the demo, you play the warrior. You start with 2 abilities and an empty bag. Then you pick your way along a node map. Shops, battles, harder battles, rest points, deities who trade you a strong item for some mana, a blacksmith who sockets gems into your gear. The blacksmith runs on a difficulty class, similar to D&D. Roll above the number or the gem doesn't stick, and if you fail you get a bonus dice to try and nudge it over. Chests work in the same way. 3 options at different difficulty classes, so the better the item, the harder the roll you have to gamble on. But the real strategy is in the bag. The space is fixed, every item is a different shape, and you're basically playing Tetris. Then there's the synergies. My favourite is a ring that gives you vampirism, lifesteal and health, to every weapon it touches. So I kept trying to park it in the middle and wrap my weapons around it. Except the weapons are all different shapes, and some of them are huge, so you're always trading space for lifesteal. On top of that, you're choosing between loads of health and armour, or all of your attack, and you've got to decide how that shakes out. You pick up companions as you go, a paladin, a witch, a bard, and they each get their own bag to sort out. In a fight you only control the warrior. The companions pick their own attacks and the game just tells you who they're going for, usually whoever's got the lowest health. There's a ridiculous amount of stats on screen. For the first few runs I just ignored most of them and went with vibes, and it was only later I started actually reading what each one of them did as the enemies were in front of me. Here's the bit I love. At the end of each phase, you pick a part for the final boss, so after 3 phases you're fighting a monster you assembled yourself. One part is an armoured shell with an extra armour and dodge, one stacks rage and vampirism, and one adds thorns. On one of my best runs I picked thorns, I can't think why, and then I killed myself on the reflected damage, absolutely annihilated. The elite fights got me in the same way, most of them lost to thorns and vampirism. There's a tree with 5,000 armour and 8,000 health, and because I'd gone all out offence, I just killed myself again. Couldn't do enough damage to overcome the lifesteal and took thorn damage every time I hit back. Fair difficulty, May said. You also pick up abilities on the map that spend mana, so there's another resource to juggle. Do I keep mana for abilities or just push raw damage? I've reached the boss about 4 times and I've lost every single time. Once it crit me and one-shot me because I hadn't stacked enough health and armour. And once I got one hit away with a load of attack and vampirism, and if that swing had landed I'd be fully healed, and it left about 1,000 health. It dodged. I had 100 left and the next hit finished me off. That almost there but not quite is exactly what keeps hooking me back in. A run's about half an hour, but it's never the same twice. The map, the recruits, the abilities, the blacksmith, the chests all change. There's memory crystals meta layer that boosts your starting stats between runs, and you only keep half of them if you die. This is the second demo recently where inventory management opens up to a more active fight after Void Reaver earlier on in the month, and I really like that swap. The calm admin of building your bag, then dropping into the turn-based battle, working out who to take out first. The demo's free on Steam now, and the game's full release for the 31st of July. It's single player and the demo's limiting you to just the warrior, but other characters are shown. I had other games lined up to review this week, and Lootbound has quietly eaten all of the time I'd set aside to play them. My verdict is a play. It's just so well put together, and even though it keeps beating me, I keep queuing another run, which tells you where I've landed. I can see exactly why the reviews are so good, and I'm still going back for more of that boss. Check out the next video to see if it could be your new favourite game. I play the demos, you play the hits. I'll see you on the next one.